You step out, get some air now, flip your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me bummed out. You so baby, 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 driving on my empty mind.
Hey you guys, welcome back. I'm so excited for this video today because this is my first time doing a crochet install on my YouTube channel. I received 3 bundles of a water wave texture in the length 20 inches. This hair came so full, it is literally thick from the root all the way down to the tip, so you don't have to worry about your extension starting off really thick and then thinning out. I received the 20 inches, but if you want it to be a little bit longer, it goes all the way up to 22 inches. And if you want it to be shorter, it goes all the way down to 14 inches. This hair is 100% human hair and it is such good quality, very soft. And the curl pattern is just so beautiful to me. It has an invisible strand design, which is probably my favorite thing about this, besides it being human hair. You don't have to create multiple knots to try to get it flat and have it to stay without it slipping. Here's half of a bundle separated on my braiding rack. I just separated it so I can just pull from it and crochet it into the head. I did 7 braids on each side in the front. And then for my back, I like to braid going side to side. I just feel like it lays better for me and it just helps me fill in my gaps so you don't really see the braid. My model had really thick hair, so I'm happy that she came with her hair nicely blow dried out. It's the best way to come if you're getting your hair done. And it just made it really easy for me to part out her hair and braid down her foundation. When I'm going row to row, I like to just take a section from my next row and braid up, and I just continue my braid. So my braid is literally going to be one long braid. It's just going to be zigzagging from one side to the other side. And if your braid starts to get a little too big, you can always take the end of your braid and crochet it going up. Like you'll wrap it down and crochet it going up on the braid that you just braided. And then when you start your new row, then you can just add that little crocheted piece in. So in this clip, I'm just crocheting my front braids going down just so I can keep my foundation flat. That's my main goal, especially because my client's hair is very thick, and when you're crocheting on your hair strands, you don't want it to be too puffy. You want it all to lay flat and seamless. I'm just taking my crochet pieces from the front and I'm just making it into one cornrow. So I told my client if she has difficulties taking this out, she can always come back to me and get it taken out. Or I told her exactly where her starter braid is. And once you take that braid out, everything else starts to unravel. And then this braid just gets tucked into the cornrows at the bottom. And we are ready to crochet on this human hair. So when you're crocheting in this human hair, you want to make sure that you crochet it right in the middle where the thread is. Then I stick my crochet hook going down. I grab onto the thread, which creates a loop, and you just pull your hair through that loop and pull it up. And with the thread, it makes sure that it's like really cozy onto the braid. Like it literally does not pop up. It just really secures that crochet strand onto the head, and it is double strand, so it really helps get the fullness there without putting too much in. Each pack of this crochet hair has 98 to 100 strands that are double stranded, so you get a lot of hair. Like I used a total of 2 bundles, and then I used a little bit of the 3rd bundle just to fill it in a little bit more. And this truly is a time saver because you do not have to do a couple of knots after you already crocheted the hair onto the braid like you have to do with traditional crochet hair. This is literally crocheted in, pull it through the loop, and it is secured from that thread. I have always loved the way that crochet weaves looked. I just never loved the hair because in the past you would have to get it from the beauty supply store, and it's like some type of synthetic hair that looked good for about 2 weeks and then it gets all tangled on you. But with this hair, it's 100% human hair, and you do not have to worry about this hair looking crazy. Even when it grows out a little bit, it's going to look so natural and you do not have to worry about leaving out any of your natural hair, any leave out, or having to straighten it or manipulate it in any type of way. So this can truly be a protective style for you and be a really cute one at the same time. At this point, I've got into a half of a bundle of hair, and look how much hair this is already. This is not a full bundle yet. This is just in half. And I did half of my back with that. Now I'm just going to show you guys a row in the front of me putting in, and this was so easy for me to do. The front was really thin braids, so it was really easy for the crochet hair to just latch on and lay down really flat. Again, I'm still putting it in the same way. I stick my crochet hook down and I grab onto the thread. I grab the thread up and it forms a loop where I can just stick the hair through and pull up, and that secures the crochet onto the braid. This is a full bundle installed into her hair so far, and we are halfway done. For my last 2 rows on each side, I like to install it in so I can have a human hair right at the beginning of the braid. I'm going to try to explain it to you guys because I feel like my hand is covering up most of it. But I stick my tiny crochet hook through the braid and I pull it through so one side is right at the beginning of the braid and one side is an inch into the braid. After I do that, I stick my crochet hook going up and then I'm pulling my strand going down. And so one side, since it is double strand, one side is at the beginning of the braid and then one side is an inch into the braid. And then I am just going to crochet it one more time so it can be a little bit more secure and not move around so much. And as I'm adding on my other crochet strands, it's going to secure it more. But I'm just going to secure it one more time by crocheting it down again. So that's what I did for the last 2 rows in the front part, just so it can lay really nice and not be so bulky in the beginning. But it turned out so cute, so natural. This is me all finished up, and I just went back through to add in a little bit more hair strands just so it can be more fuller at the bottom. Even though I put a lot of hair already at the bottom, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't spacey in the back. And so, yeah, this is me just going back through and adding in some hair in the empty spots. So that's when I opened up my 3rd pack and just filled in a little bit more. I filled in a little bit more at the back, at the top area, just to make sure I didn't have any spaces, or when she flips her hair, you're not seeing a braid. And it literally turned out so beautiful on her. It looks very natural. You're gonna see a couple clips with her with this hair just styled and looking cute. And then I'm gonna show you guys how it looks when you wet this hair down, when you brush it, put some mousse in it, and yeah.
There was nobody, no one that would run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. She's lovely. I wanna be with you, ay. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you, ay. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Me, just love me. If I didn't ride blade on her, would you still? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. I got something.
So you can either wear your hair really big and defined, or you can spray your hair down with a spray water bottle. I got this water bottle off of Amazon, just filled it up with some water, and I'm just spraying her hair down a lot. I really like the way it looked just with me spraying it down with some water, but I added in some Lotta Body Mousse for moisture, and I added a good amount of this in, just made sure I got every bit of the curls. Then you can leave off just with it like that because that was super cute. But I went in with a brush, and this is a brush that has like the balls at the end for detangling and defining. I just did this to show you guys that you guys can wet this hair down. You guys can brush this hair out. I like to brush hair only when it's wet just because I just feel like that's the best way to detangle it. And It is 100% human hair, so you do not have to worry about it getting frizzy on you. You can always define this hair if you wanted to just brush it out and put some mousse in it, water, and then diffuse it up if you want it to be big again, or you can just leave it wet and have it to air dry. There's so many things you could do with 100% human hair. This was after I brushed it and tried to define it, but I realized I didn't have enough time to diffuse it up, so I just combed out the curls that I did, and it just looks so beautiful on her. This is definitely my new go-to when it comes to crochet hair.